GenG versus RRQ, my friends.
And there it instantly is.
This is becoming a classic already, man. These two teams face each other so often. And it's always good games, bro.
Silva becoming more and more popular ever since EG popularized it 2 years ago. It's a good hit onto Yeoman, trying to go for a chase, but instantly the pinch. RRQ knows they have to push out. They need to isolate these.
No ascent to the side this time.
He doesn't see that, but he's able to do an absolute 180. That's 2 kills to 1 in favor of RRQ.
Just a swing back, right? But Texture does find that trade and also already into the
so
site. Everything's already smoked off, and now you're getting the spike planted. For a main, you're going to have to hold further back, but your players are down a little bit low. Texture has to hit the good first shot. He does, but Monyet instantly trades. Now Munchkin, Karen needing to kind of fall back. I mean, where are you going to go? The site's not quite safe. And on the other side, Jemkin is marking out from defender spawn as well. So hearing the footsteps inside of A main, Munchkin's trying to hold, trying to play around it. The smoke comes up in time, and that's when Xfero peeks out. Jemkin from the back. It's the incendiary as well onto the spike, working against them a little bit, but still nonetheless, RRQ picks up the kills.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it pans out. Already only 30 seconds. That's the molly. Lots of time bought. Still another smoke as well.
A little bit of a gap through the molly, so still Texture being able to slip on through, but the fault line does connect. Estrella able to take down Texture. Then the judge gets spotted. Monyet goes in on the offensive, able to trade that for a bit of a rifle as well, but onto the side, Jemkin will fall. Monyet runs out of ammo, sends the relay as he spots out another player. The spike gets planted down just in time, and Monyet picks up yet another Vandal for that collapse onto Munchkin. Still is a lot of information. Beating out that Rolling Thunder now, but inside of the site, Estrella kind of goes for the track, not quite connecting onto it. Jemkin will fall alongside him.
Oh, not being able to snipe him out. Meanwhile, Munchkin, he's ahead of him. Monyet doesn't expect him to still be watching the flank from out far. Still 2 members alive, but it's looking like it's going to be a tough position as GenG has 4. Texture only down to 18 HP.
Oh, if you get
when he
this
pushes
kill.
out, he's
What?
out, but
Xfero?
gets both Texture and Foxy9. Suddenly, a retake seemingly possible. Yeoman takes damage from the shock dart. He peeks ahead. Ooh, he's trying to displace the crosshairs. Charon, good for that trade. Xfero needs to take the 1v1s. Where does he take him? He gets close, but it's just too frantic.
Teammate falling off to the sidelines, and at that point, you know, you're just kind of running against time straight into it with the Phantom.
Xfero does get some nice kills here, but as you mentioned, the time, the space, all the positioning starts to get dicey, and we see a little bit of that panic mode come in. Meanwhile, Charon
being able to,
ooh, a fast take.
set up for more value. Boombot will get spotted out, so Xfero kind of anticipating some kind of push out now coming through. Additional support from Cushy, but the flashes come out. It just throws it off just a bit, but still being able to drag that crosshair across. Yeoman will be able to strike back against Monyet, though. Now trying to get a bit of timing into her spawn, but no, strikes back.
And Foxy,
yo, there's no chance. Unless RRQ trolls this so much, man, because they have the Rolling Thunder and Hunter
through. It's just silence.
They should be impossible.
And now all alone, 1v3.
But I have been seeing so many trolls.
Honestly, this could be where he shines. He loves to do it. He's talked about it even in some of those vlogs that, you know, they come fight me. I love that. But with the positions they have, and you have to go hunt for these. Yeah, there's the fault line, and it's just well set up.
Comes down to a little bit of contact. Sky Smoke comes out. Monyet spots all of them out. That's the fault line being sent through. Is he gonna push? No, actually falls back because the push comes out from drop instead. Cushy, though, with the Hunter's Fury, will connect into 2 players from GenG.
He catches both after the fault line. So, in fact, it's Monyet being the bait, and then they're able to just back out into sand, still holding that line of scrimmage.
Just holding it up even further off, even though the spike.
Get ace, bro. Get ace.
On for
Go for days.
Oh, thanks to the new updates. Yeah, they're going to have to try to spray through the smokes, but even with the overdrive, Monyet just kind of keeping them at bay, adding that pressure even further on for Xfero.
Yo, Xfero is looking plain, bro. Not gonna lie. 10 kills already. Damn, bro. These two are on fire.
They're still scouting for any of that setup. Still sending some of that util. There's the paint shells. Monyet, he wants to get ahead of it, and he knows
he did it. He got Texture, man.
But it is a trade. It opens up heaven, and then the site as well onto the beach.
3 big goals for GenG, man. They need to win this round.
Still around the corner, trying to stay alive.
Look at the money on RRQ, man.
Get back in. So uses
Billionaires.
While they clear out that turret from the back, Foxy9 looking to hold, able to get that first flick against Jemkin. Fault line comes through, but he evades just in kind. Xfero will be able to fight back. 3 on 3 as Cushy now pushes out, takes out Karen, and the relay just to spot things out, but Yeoman kind of avoids for now.
Oh, they are destroying GenG here, dude. Oh my goodness.
Munchkin, the last one left. onto the site, evades the Rolling Thunder, holds the ground with a fault line being sent out. He took down Cushy already, just needs to do a little bit more. And down to the last one left, it's just Estrella who swings out, still takes the duel against Mundi.
Bro.
Defuse, RRQ are still making it happen.
Still have Estrella standing by, you still have the orbital strike as well. Where do they go? It's down into Sands. I love the pitch. They know Sand has been very important. Jemkin does get the trade, but eventually GenG will push through. They will dominate that area.
In with a showstopper as well, but now looking through it, it's the yellow line.
Bro, you gotta secure this round, man. If GenG loses this round, the call GG already.
Special delivery through the ropes right now, and Monyet, I mean, it's pretty much just up to him. They've got so many ultimates as well. You gotta go fast. Gotta get those 1v1. Spots one. Goes out for a Cushy. Already gets another kill. The lockdown just to buy time. You gotta try to eliminate Kara. Monyet's just gonna go in with the shorty before he expects it. Cushy gonna drone to see if
he got half that?
widen the angle. Meanwhile, Monyet,
Oh, what's about that there?
this is not looking great. Foxy9, he's not in a good position to stop this defuse. Half already done, and he's not gonna be.
GG, bro. Monyet is on fire.
KJ utility to mark the outside of B main as well, so just to go in for that high-low, and it works out perfectly. Jemkin, what is that double kill? The utility to flush him out, but
my
Xfero's
God.
there to trade
Good
back
trade.
behind. Dodges the Hunter's Fury.
It was a good dodge, man.
To mark the spike. Lockdown being deployed.
And then holding close with the shorty, they have to
I like
push
the
it.
shot,
He
man.
knows, okay, Foxy9
Never mind. Short shit.
is gonna be able to break it, but lots of time bought, and as you mentioned, Spike already stranded. And you know where these members are.
Bro, what's happening here? I didn't expect GenG to get destroyed like this, not gonna lie.
Can he prove it? Only 30 seconds left.
Just a bit of util.
This is a thing that normally don't get destroyed, you know?
Look at Monyet marking his ankle, but ooh, a big swing. Foxy takes him down, but unfortunately that's
11-1, bro. Oh my God.
Now GenG on the defense. They're slowly pushing outside.
Okay. Xfero.
Oh, he's waiting for them to check for ropes. Goes out, doesn't get the kill, but now you have to start moving. Xfero is trapped. Fault line gonna keep them at bay. It's a nice trade. Monyet still able to push through with the frenzy. He's trying to
picked a lot of players there.
just barely skirts out. Xfero eventually falls, and that does open things up for a retake.
Straight up for B main, but yes, bit of an opportunity for GenG outside of Arcade, but needing to work alongside, yes, the spikes, and with that wraparound through, Yeoman with the recon.
And we'll see if Monyet gets sight. Where does Estrella go? Does he push through? It's a relay boat to try to buy time. He's stuck now, but Cushy already good for one kill. They're buying time for Estrella. It's all for Estrella. They have no idea. He comes in from behind. He misses so many shots, and he absolutely blunders that.
This guy's never buying
Now it's down to Cushy.
a frenzy ever in his life again, bro.
Shock dart sent through already.
Guarantee that.
Continuing to tick away. Unfortunately, though, the recon doesn't find anything, so
What happened?
pushed through the smoke. And
The first one went right, no?
Yeoman gets the shot at the end of it, and
that
GenG
B hit. Everybody committed to this. They expect that they've bought enough time on A main, and they would be correct for now. But GenG, when do they get a sniff of this? Well, that's going to be the signal.
And as soon as that shock dart goes off, Monyet now trying to sneak on into sight, but against Karen, Jemkin actually takes the
with the
duel.
Guardian.
Now off to Foxy9, and he's maybe looking for the timing, but knows the site is too hot, so holds for that save instead and waits for his teammates to get on through for spawn. Xfero hears the footsteps though, and now has an opportunity to hold the angle.
Bro, he's looking choke lane, man. Choke lane.
And that might have just thwarted the entire retake. The fault
First time I see a guy stun dying.
will work out so far.
That was a headshot for sure.
One holding another angle. Monyet, okay, Yeoman's going to wrap around. It's a good double peek. Another drone. You need a couple more kills ever since those ping nerfs.
Stun.
And now time already ticking down. There's the molly. It looks impossible for GenG. Looks like they'll have to give it up. Fault line at the ready here. And yeah, that's going to be no time for GenG on the defuse. Yeoman draws him in, but that's
There was no time.
Jemkin will just go for the kill.
Jesus Christ. What a stomp, man.
Back to pinching onto A. 4-man stack onto Dish. Fault line at the ready. Texture, he gets spotted.
Good try. Better for the attackers here.
No fault line needed.
Hunter surf for Cushy.
We got to save that up and continue. Barrel on through to the site.
Oh, bit of a miss there. But Cushy, his job just to try to draw some of that aggro. Allow the main force to get in. It's a good wraparound. Monyet can't get that kill. Sand still in control for GenG. They push through. It's a double team onto A main. And now numbers advantage for GenG.
Starting to feel A little bit claustrophobic
Oh, the
for
timing.
RRQ as they're stuck into
Oh,
it.
no.
Pushes out
Now
of
they're
the
going
zone.
B.
They found Foxy9, and this is the
And
quick
tanking.
transition over onto the B
One
side.
away from the Rolling Tether. He'll have after the plant.
As well. No Molly.
Rolling Tether,
It's gonna
no,
be a
up
good
the strike.
plant, and Estrella's still waiting. Does Munch
Oh,
get a read onto this? He has an inkling, so he's going to wrap around. Meanwhile, Yeoman already sprinted forward. He gets the kill. Nor over to strike. Ready. Estrella, no ult.
But got stunned.
Does have that fault line. He does have the aftershock, but if he fault lines, this location will be given. He wants to swing out and isolate. Oh, he catches off Munchkin.
Well, you know where he is, bro.
The cross. There's the aftershock to push him away. And Yeoman wins.
He panic.
Keeping
He panic there, bro.
GenG in the game for our very first map. And match ult for ult. Gonna be that cross recon. But this time onto Sands. Immediately taking control. Smoke, Monyet, he gets through it. He spots one, the judge out. But it's just too much chaos.
What is
Able
happening
to just
here?
branch out, but Foxy9 already gets rid of the Neon. Meanwhile, Jemkin through, but Charon never quite cleaned up. Now he's stuck with Spike stranded. And it's just absolute chaos as it continues. There's the showstopper. Cushy trades again. 2v3. They're circling around. GenG trapped on their own site, trying to protect the site.
My.
They have no idea. X-Pharaoh's lurk. It's coming from the other side.
Hello.
Around, gets one kill. 1v2. X-Pharaoh, good for one. He's ready, but
So
Charon
good,
swings out in
man.
time for the headshot.
Off with a little bit of pacing.
Up the
RRQ
strike,
already
lockdown.
branching out.
Oh, the wraparound under
They're
sewers. GenG's
anticipating
ahead
the
of
play
it.
here. Dexter.
Sure, he's ahead of it. He swings wide, but he gets taken out.
Uh-oh.
It's a 5v4. Alarmbot at the ready.
Karen has that
RQ
too.
holding to see if there's any other information.
Not going for the lockdown just yet.
Now, Charon does have the orbital strike. That bought them time to get that ult orb. So this lockdown will be eliminated instantly, and RQ getting a sniff of that.
Well, Estrella continues to hold. If someone does peek out, he's one kill away from the Rolling Thunder.
The guy who's there, bro.
GenG still keeping themselves defensive, continuing to hold. I mean, Karen's positioning outside of Arcade as well.
If they're going to go to A side, I wonder if RRQ uses the orbital strike to clear the site, because you have zero information. You're trying to draw a lot of attention onto B. Monyet just going to be the bait.
And he gets the kill, bro.
Chaos ensues once.
They send him to die, and he gets 2 kills.
Fox
And the side.
on
What the
side.
fuck, Monyet? You are so
Once
good,
the
bro,
goal, we
Neo,
still
man.
do not know where the spike is, but no more movement on B. Foxy9, he's ready for it. He needs to get multiple. He's stunned up. Can he do it? He tries to anti-flash. He only gets one.
Yeah, that was a rare moment, bro.
Side orbital strike will break it, but the spike still going to play.
Well played, man. Well played. Alright, give him fracture, dude.
Looking clear.
Impressive.
Slowly isolating the angles, but the Rolling Thunder at the right
GG.
moment. Monyet swings out just as it's about to collide. RRQ will close out the first map.
13-6, given an 11-1/2. I mean, GenG put up a hell of a fight.
This is a map
on
that
that race against
is good for GenG, man.
See what Gem can do.
I would be surprised
a little bit
if
on
RRQ
the second
beats them
line
to
there on
0,
that first map.
but
As at Brimstone, now he has to
RRQ
be
has
that
been looking
spearhead
good, so
for
let's see,
RRQ.
let's see.
Yet back on to that Omen. He can still be a little bit of a trickster, but it's going to be a straight-on fight and Jump getting Cushy.
Damn, bro.
The 2v2 over by A main.
They're playing amazing
be the
today, bro. I'm
Razorback
not gonna lie,
just by
individually,
time
they're on fire.
Just being able to hold the angle, but yeah, there it is. Slows it down a little bit. Texture can't quite break through, so continues to try to land a couple of pot shots, but nothing found truly. While the rest of the team, or well, I should say that the last 2 players try to re-clear rubble again.
And I love that RQ is just waiting on B, because if they're going to rotate onto A, we just fall back.
What
we
do you
go for
think will
retake.
go
But
to
did
Masters
they
when
leave
Clocker
anyone
presents
else? Is there any
Pacific,
movement
man?
on B? Now Texture just trying to buy time. He's tasked with the impossible.
I
of
think the
buying
favorites
attention,
are
but also
Paper Rex and
ideally
Team 1,
getting
right?
1 or 2 frags. And
But GenG
eventually,
is also a
they'll
team
push them
that
off of A site
should be
as well. Now
respected.
trying to regroup.
Oh, and Flash comes out as well. Oh boy, Texture trying to hide back behind
And
the
they
pillars.
could have
alongside
underdogs
Yeoman.
too.
Oh, they back off? Yeah, they notice
I don't know,
more
man.
than Texture. They say, okay, well, they've regrouped.
This
That's
kickoff
fine. We
is
can
crazy,
regroup
bro.
as
It's
well.
crazy.
Making
Anything
sure
can
to
happen.
that numbers advantage. A very new and refreshing look from RRQ.
Refreshing. I mean, it's what they've got, so trying to work alongside that advantage, right? Jemkin not really extending too far out, while the rest of the team, the trio, truly staying up by Baby Door. Spike will go down on the site at the very least, though, but this is where you want to see that retake happen. Jemkin does have the paint shell, so he's kind of saving that for the right opportune moment.
Yeah, Estrella is quite far out though, and now trying to bring up the rear, trying to clean up rubble, but the rest of the team already has it cleared up, so he should try to just sprint up and try to gain information that way. Meanwhile, the entire team of GenG on the site. It's a double, and it's a nice jump peek. Cushy with the trade, but Charon still holding strong on the site.
The
2 members left of GenG, 3 on the other side, but Valorant, man. They've already taken damage. Jemkin, can he win this duel?
About time.
Ready for it. Jemkin, there's the paint shells. It's going to force Charon to move, and Xfero will clean up the site. Set up here by the A side. Toxic Screen still able to delay Razor Vines as well.
One away from the showstopper, can get this orb.
You know the Odin's there, but are you aware that it's going to be a 2-man
stack?
There's a sheer wall trying to make sure that it's not a full flood. Estrella gets spotted!
Where's the kill? Where's the kill?
Make sure that his elbow was showing. There's the showstopper. They know the Odin's still in here. GenG, well aware that there's at least one more member. Texture, he's weak. If he swings out, this could spell trouble. But the gun swap the timing! Gets some damage onto Xfero. Now he's trapped, drawing out util. Avoiding the seas.
I would never buy an Audi for this guy again. Never in my life.
From behind, they're able to clean up at least one.
All the respect.
But look at the position of Munchkin. Hiding in that smoke by stairs, just keeping everyone at bay. Kushi now trapped in drop. Jumpkin has to help him. Jumpkin has to go through. There's a good paranoia. Gets the kill out of the smoke. There's the paint shells. He's getting caught from both sides. The showstopper shut down by Charon. Kushi, how is he still alive? Monyet finally finds an opening, and he will save his team.
Oh my
from
god,
another round loss. Now RRQ leading 3-1.
As you go back onto the other side of the map, you got Monyet up on top.
Now Kushi gonna clear that. It's an instant swing. I love the bait and switch, Kushi.
What the fuck, bro?
I mean, when you have an initiator like that, you can go for these risky plays.
So sharp with how he's able to swing out to get that
Those guys
shot,
have been playing a lot at the end, bro.
This is now
What
GenG
the
without
fuck?
the numbers. You know, maybe Foxy 9 sneaks
They're looking
through,
to
but
clean,
no,
man.
Jemkin's on the other side and he's ready to receive.
What mouses and mouse pads and keyboards are they using? I don't know.
Got Xfero in for
I'll
additional
pay more
support.
attention next replay.
How do you come back into re-clear A when you got this player here?
Kushi is... he's ridiculous, quite frankly.
Oh, we can't say.
It's ridiculous.
Still biding their time.
Yeah, they'll just hold. Now, I imagine that Foxy 9 will have to trip this shear at some point for it to work, but Yeoman getting spotted in rubble. That's unfortunate because you wanted to hide all information before the shear wall is tripped. It's tripped now, but there's no movement from RRQ. They already saw that the fade was here on the A side, and they're still holding by. Xfero still gets 1 kill, and there's the cross. Estrella doesn't get both. Thankfully for GenG, Spike is still alive.
Okay, so Karen's able to kind of deliver that over onto C, while the rest of the team, though, working
Karen's
as a
solo
duo,
too.
trying to get a hit to cut off those rotations. You still have a 3-on-3, so this is possible. The Prowler goes into clear. Kushi is ready.
Look at this, bro.
Able to gun down Munchkin.
Shot, bro.
Foxy 9 has to back off. The arc roast to throw off his crosshair placement as well. Look at that peak. So quick, so smooth, so clean.
And against GenG, that's not an easy thing to do.
Still maybe able to make it happen. Kushi with the spray to end Karen's game.
This is incredible, man.
And now this time, Vice coming back over to that A side with the Odin. Trying to keep them at bay. Texture gets hit by the haunt again. No one's clearing that haunt.
Foxy 9
this is
Foxy 9.
Come to me.
Welcome to the server, bro.
1v3.
1v3 he does, continuing to tap onto the door as well, you know, just being able to push on in towards the B site. Estrella trying to keep them on their toes,
That was
but
insane, man.
yeah, without the numbers, it's not too likely.
Yeah, given the creds, you imagine maybe some damage trying to be done, but with the Odin, perhaps Xfero just going to hide out, see if there's any overextension.
I don't know, man. I would try to do
some
some damage there.
Can't really afford anything lost here.
No,
So they're all holding close angles on site, ready to trade off of each other.
They have managed to buy another one.
Ready. High-low on the boxes. Foxy 9
Why didn't you
right below.
the G here?
With the
It's a
Odin,
good
I
thing.
mean, what are you gonna do? Really drag your crosshair all over?
Ace!
Gonna happen.
Maybe give it ace for Foxy 9.
For that ace. He's already gotten the 4th.
Yeah, he's out of here, bro.
See if he can get it. He only has 450 credits, so he's getting antsy.
Go.
Probably asking for permission. Munchkin, can I go? Can I go get this ace?
Somebody help bait for him.
He's been given the free reign. Oh, can he go? Shut
Better ask for
down.
forgiveness, bro. Just go.
Unfortunate, but Foxy9 proving when he shines, where he shines. He's talked about it time and time again. If they would just fight me, I would love to fight. But when he has to start creating space and work the macro with the team, that's something he's still trying to pick up.
That was so clean.
But man,
So
yeah,
clean.
when it's just like in ranked, it's 1v2, 1v3, he's ready as always.
Foxy9 just won the round, man.
Such a strong player in that regard. But somewhere on that stage, you know, Texture's mind, he's chuckling away.
They're just assuming that it's a lurk, whether it's Foxy9 or not, and keeping their eyes trained on a bit of reach positioning from GenG on the A side.
It's that reach positioning, though, very key, right? The Prowler just coming in to clear out the top of Heaven, and GenG is kind of dwindling down that time, you know, playing a lot around these positions. The lockdown gets deployed alongside the Steel Garden as well, but this is where now the contact starts to happen. A bit of kills, a bit of trades already through, and Jemkin trying to sneak on into the site to take that fight in towards the back of Tree, but it's so far back safe enough that these two players from RRQ will get detained. Cushy, though, comes in for that support, takes down Yeoman, but inside a baby door, a bit of a spam, and Karen will find his contact. On towards Monyet, oh, and a quick swing on the conversion into the double kill, pushes even further on into the last minute Viper's pit, and Munchkin
Man, RRQ is playing so good, man.
Setting this up for RRQ right now. We shall see how the next round plays out. Paint Shell's already through Haunt as well. Jemkin kind of thwarted by that Haunt. Now in for it, it's Karen with the double kill.
Okay,
He strikes back outside a tree, but now thinks about Karen, who might just be around the site. Viper's pit goes up, and Estrella tries to stay hidden.
All right, he just wants to keep one.
Oh my god,
with
what a
Xfero
shot.
getting caught. I love that Karen gets ahead of it too, right? They see the pit and you're like, okay, you're trying to buy time.
It's marked
Doesn't
by
look
him.
like it should be two of you on this site then. And he's looking for that second one. Estrella now all alone. Afro's ready to go. Paint Shells should clear out all of it. They're well tripped. Texture all alone. He gets shut down. That's a bit of a full send on the fake. And now everyone trapped. Paranoia comes out. He's been caught. Munchkin spike dropped behind rubble. Monyet holding strong.
Goes out for another peek, though. Oh, and he's working against two players on either side, so unfortunately he falls. And that's the spike retrieve. Look at Karen already deep into A. Does Estrella expect it?
He has to just hold because they know that From the Shadows was used. You have to wait. There's the Nightfall. Estrella will just stand outside of it. Now the one-way draw, but that buys time for Xfero to group up safely. Now a 2-1 split between the RRQ members. Meanwhile, GenG, it's going to be a hold on drop and one safely from Tree.
All right, buy some of that attention away, allow for Estrella to get a little bit closer in and find some possible sight lines, but look at how Karen's just continuing to try to hold that off. Paranoia sent through Prowler from Tree as well. Now their own Prowler spots out at least one player, so trying to sneak on through to get that pinch. Unfortunately, Estrella's already gunned down. Foxy9.
Oh my god, Foxy9, bro. It was looking good for RRQ.
Again, these are the
until
fights
it
that
wasn't, man.
Foxy9 loves.
Now the
Full
game is
faith in
open.
his
This
teammates.
pistol will be huge,
Looking
bro.
over, we have Dwenmo, who is a streamer under the GenG banner. Of course, recently just playing on Team IM as well before they had to disband, but he's cheering right now. He's so happy to see Foxy9 really find his stride in this new team. Coming over from TRX. And
He's
even
clean,
then,
bro.
perhaps
He's
not
clean.
really being given the chance that a lot of people hope to see. Paranoia at the ready, but they decide, okay, we're already through. We're not going to have to use it. So Paranoia still saved up in that post plant. Good patience from RQ, but look at GenG, still 3 members flanking around. I mean, you might expect 1 or 2, but Estrella, does he expect this many?
Oh, it's all up to him. Oh, he doesn't see them
been
by the
checked.
jump.
He hasn't been checked. They still suspect it. It's too late. He catches sight of 2, crossing over. 1 now tapping the door.
Going out through Xfero. There's the Paranoia as well. But oh, just a little bit too far exposed up towards the stairs area. And that's where GenG strikes Karen for their own. Jemkin kind of fighting back a little bit, but just not quite enough off of them.
Yeah, this could be a pinch onto B, but GenG trying to get ahead of it, and Texture goes out.
Beautiful movement. Oh my god, Texture.
Right into the crosshairs of Texture.
Oh, look at this guy. I love watching Texture play, man.
For the classic
He's on fire now, bro. Yo, RRQ,
He's
good
on
luck.
for it.
Oh, low HP. He got wall banged at the last second. I mean, like, low HP. God.
I mean,
Look at this, look at this.
This is your destiny, man. Listen, I suggest that he now just tries to go for a
Ah, Mr. 4K.
Resin's back into A, but then the quick rotation into B, so maybe finding an open site through this, but they still lose a couple players in the process. A bit of a trade one-on-one. Texture.
Sure, he finds 1. And he get the second? He does. Sight empty so far. He's going to push them out. He jumps right into the hands of GenG. That's a rifle. Oh, it's a little far out. Drops behind him. DPU's already going through. All the way back.
Everyone.
Puts it up for Estrella. There's the gun upgrade. 1v1. Foxy9 versus GenG, but time on GenG's side. Health on Foxy9's. He baits him in. GenG jiggles back and forth once more, and Foxy9 holds his ground. He will not lose a duel today. But now the Nano Swarms, the Killjoy setup. Why is it on A side? RRQ, they can't look for the answers. They have to push through.
They have to. I mean, it's a good mid-round call trying to make it happen, but working against Foxy9, who is holding again.
Oh my,
this
is incredible. This is incredible. They are on fire now, bro. They are on fire now.
Foxy9 manages to do it all by himself. Not the last one, though, Xfero. Able to strike back, goes for the desperate plant to maybe get onto the steel guard, but not quite enough.
Man, that was a chance for him. He got ult, but
surrounded.
good pick by Munchkin. What a napback comeback by GenG, dude.
Space. There are the Nano Swarms, so GenG gonna be all alone, but Monyet follows through with the Shrouded Step. GenG spots him, the trade's not quite there, a double peek. But after all these previous rounds, I don't know if you keep pushing him. Foxy9 still holding strong in the back of sight.
Yeah, respecting him. He's got that lockdown as well, but now peeks out. A couple of kills already going through in favor of GenG, and there is that lockdown. Despite the steel garden used by Xfero, no opportunity found. Texture will take the advantage out, and now getting a little bit more space for his team.
GenG, man.
Spike
It's not
but
easy
they're
to
stuck
beat
on the
this
site. They
guy,
notice that
bro.
Estrella's
Never
there.
was,
Trying to
and
hold
I
close. He
think
can't get the first
will
kill.
never
Estrella
be, man.
all alone against the world, and Munchkin will wrap things up.
Maybe it'll be fun.
To map point. You realize they have to go fast because they've given up on all information. You just have the sheer wall to get information on a flank. It's an all-in. Can you battle through? You know Yeoman's here. What's the double peek here? There's the Siege, but he's way beyond it. He only gets one. Cushy for the trade. Paranoia will keep them at bay. Texture waiting on site. Finds Monyet. It's a duel, and
What a shot.
out over Texture. Spike will get planted.
Wonder if there's a little arc rose there, but it does help out nonetheless, and because of that, the spike in their favor.
Yo, these two used to play together on
The
Global
smoke up
Sports.
towards heaven as well, just trying to look and suss out for
I
Karen.
forgot that.
River running a little bit dry for GenG. They will still be able to fight for now, so continuing to kind of keep that pressure on. Two players from the back looking to push up, but Estrella spots them out. Tries to tuck behind for a bit of an off angle now, but Snakebite will flush him out. The door peek as well, though, for Foxy9. Takes down Xfero, and that's a little bit more space. Estrella takes down Munchkin, so looking a little bit better for RRQ now, but Karen doubles back. Foxy9 sticks onto the spike, and Monyet has the swing. Goes in for the spray transfer, but not quite connecting, and Foxy9! What a clutch with another 3K on the site! The new pickup of GenG. So many people doubted him. So many people said, how? How could you lose out on Meteor?
This guy's better than
Says,
Meteor.
I have
Better than Meteor.
I've earned
I never said
my
that. I never
seat
said that.
Here at the table.
But I like
GenG.
Foxy9, bro. That is insane.
So unbelievable with how he's able to create these moments.
Coming out, the flashpoint talks a screen just to keep them at bay. Yeoman decided to drop back out. He does a lot of damage with that shock dart against GenG, trying to utilize the decay that might have been left over. But GenG will survive with 56 HP.
Yeah, surely you can't quite just continue to stay in that spot. Backing off now. And RRQ continuing to try to hold, especially from short. Might give them a little bit more value, finding Foxy9.
This map is a good map for GenG, man.
Maybe kind of working around that toxic screen now gives Munchkin a bit of an opportunity, but since he's the only one, getting gunned down by Monyet.
Yeah, and that's the Viper down to the toxic
Okay,
screen.
good start here for RRQ.
You know he's weak, so the turret working out.
Exactly what they need, man.
Estrella, also another cleanup against Yeoman. It's just going to be Karen all alone. Now comes the hunt. Okay, he still gets one, but the real question is Foxy9 holding close on C main.
The drone, you know, a little bit there.
Oh, unlucky Foxy9.
To try to force RRQ to think about Garage, but they actually just doubled down. More players
Oh my
sent through,
god.
and that's going to be...
One was running away, the other was getting in.
I'm not quite able to hold. Texture, though, with a bit of a spray, will be able to find GenG, so not too bad still. A bit of an opportunity.
All I can think about is the
Yeah, and just waiting to
Texture
launch
clutch,
that
man,
as
with
soon
an
as
up
the
against
attack
Sentinels
happens.
on
Smoke
Champions.
going to clear.
on
Cushy
this side.
still waiting. Turret comes online. There's a recon. It's a quick hit from Xfero, and that
But
should be
I
shutting
think this just
down
should save, man.
the retake. Xfero good for
Yeah.
another. And that's
3-0.
from
A
Yo.
little bit. Thinking of peeking out long.
All right, waiting for it. It's
They give
going
it
to be a
defensive
multi-swing with Texture, and there he goes. He's trying to weave, and there's a good Paranoia, the spray down, and support from Karen. an instant triple kill.
What the fuck just happened here, bro?
Works wonders for GenG as they get their first round.
What a cow, man. What a play.
Ridiculous and
show me again.
Amazing how he's able to swing like that, even with RRQ
always
trying to
drop
set up some kind of
your
high
Vandal or
low
Phantom. The
with
best weapon.
The trajectory
Your
of
best
the
player.
entire
I know it's a meme.
up around the stairs.
ML did with
It's that relay bolt, the slide
Apex
back,
and Flop
the flash out from the other side from Karon as well. Just
kinda
nothing that RRQ could do when they were pelted with all of that utility.
Yeah, you know there's been no pings on C main from the turret, so that's why GenG is so confident. There's a drone out, but GenG gets ahead of it with a nice little peek.
Lovely. And now with the drone already spent as well.
Yeah, smokes out. Munchkin holding a close angle. If he can survive, it could be good. He's going to get one. Is he ready for another? There's the Rolling Thunder. Munchkin's hit as well. He's trying to hide behind the toxic screen, but they can't get in just quite yet. Munchkin, he's still holding strong by a short.
I want to see more from Munchkin today.
They have to clear out Munchkin, but they have to clear back.
This is what I'm talking about.
Too many angles. It's just too many members of GenG as Yo-Man holds strong on the site. Right now for RQ is going to be that B site. There's the Paranoia, but Jemkin, he's ahead of it. He spots Omen.
Beautiful.
He gets one kill. He instantly gets traded by Foxy9. Foxy9 is back on the site. No one gets through.
Caralho, Foxy9.
Nanostorm to continue to.
Damn, bro, dude is insane.
Well.
He's feeling good today, man. I hope he keeps this up.
Can you truly
because he has a lot of talent,
kind of
man.
hang back? I mean, the spike is on the ground.
And this team needs him to be a star player like this, man. Because replace Meter is not easy, bro. That guy is
comes back up and they're looking
one of the best in the world, man.
Lucky spam.
The calls as well within the player comms. The players are starting to figure things out. Maybe you have a little bit of faith. It is quite early in the map. The Foxy9
spending that owl drone. This costs quite a bit from RQ, but okay, majestic shot from Kush nowhere.
I mean, you can't help but feel. Oh, but that's gonna be a double tap from Foxy9. What in the world?
What is this round?
The two new pickups, I mean, they're just so clean with it.
Jemkin at least made it a trade, so we're kind of back to square one with 3-on-3.
Yeah, but no controllers for RQ. Still double controller for GenG. And now Karon trying for it, and look at that transfer!
Yo, this is unreal, bro. There's no way. There is no way, man.
As the spike is now stranded, Cushy all alone. Karon expensive. He gets the third.
What a beautiful round, man. Only insane shots, dude.
For
what a game, by the way.
I can't math correctly.
Everyone on the server.
I think
is playing so good,
like
man. Like individually, how insane.
He got the transfer. Yes,
and then Karon,
like they're really close, but
that's
still
almost the same thing.
So ridiculously impressive. And a bit of an unfortunate whiff for Jemkin because the trade wasn't quite there.
But the new GenG working a little differently. Munchkin going to go for the read clear, and they're still waiting for it.
That's good,
He tries to find a timing, but RRQ patient. Now going towards Foxy9 again. Foxy9, he gets one, he gets two. How many times will RRQ run into his open arms?
He's just here to kind of give them a good old hug.
He's saving GenG right now, bro.
Unfortunately, it does squeeze them to their deaths, but now repositioning back into Garage. Oh, this is good.
Do they know about the flank?
Karon from the back.
It's very fast. There's no util to watch for it. Nobody's suspecting it. They line up for the double, and there's Foxy9 with another 3K. The two youngsters.
It's RRQ once again trying to break across the defenses. This time it's in with a Blade Storm, so maybe setting up for the hit. And Karon on the other side, Flash does get sent through.
There's the Paranoia, but meanwhile, you've already sent Texture down sewer, so you have another angle for the retake. Karon gonna get taken out. Backside now taken over.
Okay.
It's a clean and clinical execute. But do they have any idea about Texture? Doesn't look like it. He could get a massive multi-kill. He waits, he panics, he's not able to get the double. But Spike's still planted for RRQ, and it's just going to be Foxy9.
Has been doing so well so far.
Sick.
All right, that's a lot of members. Xfero gonna have to play it safe. It's gonna be down to Cushy. There's
Cushy.
He gets two, and they're all stuck there. Look at the fault line, just keeping them
beautiful,
tied
man. Beautiful, huge pistol.
Spike down.
Another one for RRQ, man.
But it's starting to look very tough
bro,
for
they
GenG.
have all the tools to win the game, bro. All the tools.
He doesn't want to give up the alt orb either. So
last map was in their hands, but then GenG managed to bring an epic comeback, man.
RRQ just playing the numbers game right now. GenG.
Now this pistol is very important for them, because in my opinion, map is attack side.
Or hang back, find another opportunity.
I don't mind this from RRQ, especially given how low Cushy was, and you just weren't sure if they would go for a fast flood in no matter what. But now that they've made up their mind, it does have to become a retake.
Not there.
And I mean, I would be a little scared, right? Just because Karon's still alive. And Yeoman, he's had his moments in the past as well. So with Cushy being so low, we'll see. GenG, you can't completely write them off just yet. Karon's going to try to get ahead of things. He's going to allow Yeoman to just go for the plant himself. See if he can cut off that rotation.
Light Shield Frenzy for Karon too, so that actually is an added potential. But right now, at least with all 5, you know, they do have all that utility to work with. And Karon's kind of leaving Yeoman alone now, straight in towards spawn. He spots all of them out, but doesn't quite have the opportunity to
play with
through.
the frenzy. But like, what can he do, right?
And that's just a 1 HP Yeoman. Yep, stunned up.
Dude was 1 HP, man.
I love how he just tries to hide right around the corner, like, surely they don't check. If the Neon is able to create distance, a C-site hit could be a bit dangerous. Monyet finds one. Counter Paranoia goes out.
Whoa. Estrella with the fault line as well. It is ready,
He's
so maybe he's setting up for it again. Oh, Munchkin actually just comes back in off of that early distraction.
Oh my god.
Straight into the A side he goes.
And Kashi
that's
solo.
a massive pickup. The Outlaw against RRQ. 2 members at a 1 hit.
No way.
Do you go for the repeat? Cushy is the one who's weak. He gets taken down. They're trying to push him before the reload. It's a good push. But are they trying to play for time? The spike still gets planted no matter what. Estrella's stuck. He doesn't have a way out from the snake bite. Texture, he's holding close. There's the relay bolt. He catches all of them.
GenG always wins those, bro.
Thrifty. High-low setup on B side. Meanwhile, the Killjoy constantly being focused on A to combat that toxic screen a bit with that passive info. Estrella, he's got out, but no. It's going to be Jemkin who gets a double alongside Estrella's 1. So 3-1 trade in favor of RRQ.
All outside of B as well. Now this is a RRQ that has to be respected. GenG.
RRQ is playing good, man.
The spike, but where else could they truly go? Trying to stay inside the smoke in case anyone does kind of get ahead of it by going inside of the cubby, but it's not quite going to happen. So another smoke comes out.
They're very close to beat.
They leave C side open. They still trust in that turret over by the A side. Turret gets taken out, so that's the call for Xfero to slowly go back towards A. You know there was no one A main just yet because of that alarm bot, but you don't know how far they've pushed in from A short, so they'll leave that open as well.
And a deep smoke from Karon in towards, closer towards A-Link, just to block off spawn.
Oh, but this alarm bot not being clear, that might be the trouble for the remaining 2 members of GenG. I mean, it's a 2v4 as well, but we'll see. Do they try to identify it early enough? There's the smoke coming out, draws Xfero back, alarm bot. Is there a spray? There is, but he's not going to take his chances. You have the numbers advantage. RQ wants to keep that.
I will try to. Sometimes it's hard, man.
President not default plan. It's just
because of the difference in time zone.
Maybe a chance for Karon, but gets shot down by Jemkin really quick.
I wish we could just press the button
through as well. Despite Xfero jumping down, it's going to be Jemkin picking up the quad kill.
GenG still okay for this next round. Obviously, that thrifty turnaround allows the bank to stack up. Was a good high-low setup from RRQ, but how many more reads can you get ahead of time at the start of the round?
Nice, man.
That's the big question right now for Estrella and company. Even a fast hit, pit available as well.
Whoa. Ult's coming possibly more online for GenG as well. Jemkin able to shut things down for the time being. Instant kill.
Gets another one?
Texture.
Bro, what a masterclass, man. What a masterclass by this guy.
Cushy still able to find a bit of a fract on through.
No money for GenG now.
Down. While Yeoman was trying to scout out and do damage, the entire team gets shut down, and it starts with Texture just not being able to really expand space and create space on the site. Jemkin holding a high angle, ready to combat any sort of util coming through. Because there's no breach, you're not in danger of a rolling thunder. Oh, okay. I mean, they've seen the judge so many rounds. Okay, they hear it. Yeah, there's the spam. They're not taking any chances.
Thanks to one recon. That's all it is.
That's a good multi-peek.
Bro.
Jemkin ready for the far end.
It's so hard to bait these guys.
People for him to drag down in time. And now RQ starts to get curious. GenG, I mean, they've been doing this entire series. They say, all right, you want info? Come out and get it, because that's when RQ oftentimes falters. Despite not having the numbers, can RQ stay true? They'll take out the drone, and Cushy will back off.
Yeah, a little bit restless, right? I mean, still enough information to kind of double back into.
Wait, I need to sleep, not gonna lie.
But GenG are so comfortable now.
I think I'm gonna reach my limit, bro. I'm doing overtime here.
Look to use Hunter's Fury if they don't hear the tap until the 30-second mark. We'll see if the delay is gonna be something they want to bank on. It could backfire.
30 seconds left.
We'll have to wait and see. Tap coming through. Not gonna happen just yet. RRQ holding on to their ultimates.
Oh. Still now though,
Whoa.
Cushy from the sides, able to find a bit of a double kill.
Oh.
Rolling Thunder.
Ah, come on, bro. What the fuck is that? They can go good dank, man.
1-on-2, he tries to go in for that stick, but a little bit spotted early. Half HP, half the
What is this game, man? Is this Asuna?
Other sides and maybe think of different working against a potential Neon slide out. But right now, with all that utility in, it's just Texture all the way through. From the shadows towards the back of spawn as well. Monyet sniffs it. Now he's looking out for Karen. But at the same time, gets the read that the spike is headed over onto him. So gets ready with the
huge kill, man.
Flashes out, and everything connects. Huge! Spots out the kill on towards Foxy9.
You gotta secure this round, RRQ.
Slayed down by RQ.
Really great call from Monyet to get prepared over by C main, reading that it was an entire fake Violet.
Now it shouldn't be over.
This is just RRQ reading exactly what the plan was off of the from the shadows, then the sprint in from the Neon. Munchkin still gets a kill. There's still a chance. It's GenG.
There's still a chance, man. They have the pit.
Full health.
They plant, anything can happen.
And a lot of time to work with as well.
Standing ahead.
Several players on the other side, but at least with the recon, just retrieving more information that there are players out towards C.
So the turret is still watching A short, but not over to A main. No sound gained yet. This should be the pit used. I would assume there's not really any better chance to use it on attack.
Yeah, you'll be able to plant, bro. This is still a dangerous round, man.
RRQ's gonna have an answer for it. They don't have the drone. They do have the recon.
And Jemkin alongside Monyet as well, so it still is a lot of numbers that can come out for trades. Munchkin still needing to do quite a bit of work despite the Viper's pit. Has the shorty, but placed and hugs closer to the wall instead.
It's gonna be a full drop. They recognize that the pit is only for a link.
Yo,
the
man.
spike, yeah, if it's planted on default, it's gonna be outside of it. Yo, man, they should have suspected the turret pinged him earlier on A short. Now they realize their mistake. Munchkin, does he find the timing? Jemkin gets one. Munchkin, he peeks out and xFaro's ready for it, fishing for the Viper in the pit. Open with the alarm bot there to guard A main.
Okay, there it is. Nanoswarm as well, just to keep and hold them off. Lockdown getting deployed in this moment.
Yeah, onto the site.
Presses on the offensive. Cushy inside the smoke set up by Monyet. At least able to land one kill. Straight up from the back as well. Cushy on for the next. On the third. And then
Cushy! Yo, man, this guy is insane, bro.
Play everyone at GenG right down into the ground.
They are actually doing, man, one more round. One more round.
And Cushy is able to secure the kills. I mean, anytime he's in these frantic fights, just look at how locked in he is. And there's the transfer.
Oh my god,
Match
bro.
point
Oh
for
my god.
RRQ. Yeah, but look at this setup. I mean, RRQ, they just want to fight them here. They want to deny the lockdown at all costs. And GenG, they want to fish for this information, but will they survive the scouting? Estrella gets ahead as well. High risk play. But oh, this is a fast reclear. You know that they're not set up anymore for it.
Straight up. All three reading the map right now.
Okay, they know it's not A.
as well, though. Trying to call for a quick mid-round in towards...
There's no one watching the flank.
C.
They can get
I
pushing.
don't know if they're going to be ready for this fast wraparound, especially because the turret is watching mid.
Uh-oh.
There is nothing to signify that there is an absolute wraparound. Overdrive comes out. Monyet, is he going to stay on site? I imagine he would have to leave.
Inside the smoke, though.
Doesn't have much of a chance. He's getting sprayed down. Monyet down.
Oh,
No
they knew
control
it, they
over the
knew
fast
it.
wraparound. Can they get a kill? Munchkin gets taken down. GenG now realizes they're trapped on the site. They have to push out and create space. They haven't planted just yet. Planting for backside.
And the lockdown, just to buy a bit more time, push them off. I mean, that was the only...
Huge, huge.
Go even faster than RRQ, but the Hunter's Fury being pulled out in time now. RRQ finding the numbers against them.
Caron with the read.
Only
He realizes it's a full wraparound as they didn't even care about the lockdown. Can he hold on to that smoke? Holding close range. They have to suspect this. It's a pinch coming in from Garage. Jemkin ready for it. Caron gets traded by xFaro. Texture alone in the backside. Foxy9
Time.
Two members of GenG left up against the three. It's a crossfire. Estrella last alive as the IGL. Can he beat out Foxy9? He cannot. And Foxy9 will breathe life
This
back
is unbelievable,
once
man.
more. If you lose any members, if you give up too much space and they have to retake with that operator, it's gonna spell trouble for RRQ.
Another chance, man.
And read that and turn back. Orc, it's further in. Straight in they go.
The guy doesn't stop. The guy doesn't.
Oh, full
Texture!
flash, but Texture able to slide on through.
Estrella, he's trapped.
What was the hunter?
Has to watch too many angles. There's backup now with Monette. But it's a 3v4. Smoke will dissipate soon. Look at the positioning of GenG. They're spread out. They're ready for it, and they're gonna gun him down.
Oh my god, so
down to
ready.
2 members. Monette tries to re-clear, but now it's just Jemkin with an operator. 2 members, 1 standing in the cubby. One of them has to enter outside. Meanwhile, Spike still being held in hell. The patience from GenG waiting. And Jemkin also waiting himself.
Spike planted.
Did he spot him? Yo-Man seems to have. Waiting for it, waiting for a timing on the arrow. No, GenG doesn't know just yet. Munchkin spots him, they know it's 7.
There's no way. There's no way.
There's so few
They're not
options.
giving any chance,
You pick
man.
up a rifle here right at the entrance. They're ready for it. They realize that he doesn't have much of an option. Munchkin swings out, and it's overtime. We go again.
Standing ahead.
Oh my god, man. And look at Jake and HP.
The smokes are down.
Oh my
already out
goodness,
of
man.
options.
Just fate is signaling once again. But can RRQ take their destinies into their own hands? Monette being downed
I mean, this is
hurts
such.
him so much.
Oh, he hides away. Drone hasn't spotted him yet. It will now, and he gets pushed out. That's the site opened up.
Okay.
But they have no smokes to delay the retake, so they will have to fight.
Spike planted.
Fight is what they do best.
Jemkin holding that angle on the boxes, ready for the recons as well. Drone comes out first. Who's ready to eliminate that information? Jemkin will get spotted. Nano Swarm gets popped. Second one cleared.
Time continuing to tick. The rest of the team holding out from the short just to mark that heaven angle.
Jemkin's gonna be the real answer, but he doesn't have much health. He's spotted, he gets 1 off the drop, he gets 2, but immediately GenG will absolutely clean the site.
Their chance
and
to
get
close
ahead
it out
with
and all
13
that.
rounds.
That said, it does afford for GenG to set up this C split.
But look at Estrella. He's already ready with a fault line all the way into C site. It's meant to delay any sort of execute, any sort of plan. Here's the snake bite.
Smokes as well.
Sphero waiting for the peek out. Still no information. Estrella still holding, but GenG, they're all here. It's going to be an absolute flood in if they choose to go. There's a paranoia. They're jumping in, jumping to the back of sight. Charon gets 1. Charon gets 2. He opens up the sight. The fault line finds no value. Estrella trying to get ahead of things, but it's going to be Charon with 3. The rookie is back, no longer a rookie. Experience
thing, bro.
under
What
his
a
belt,
fucking
already
legend.
an international trophy, and he holds close. Could it be the ace to close things out? He gets the spray, eventually falls, but Texture
GG, man.
will finish it.
Oh
and
my
GenG
God.
reigns supreme once more in 2025.
Closing things out, 14
My
to
friends,
12
now I
to
go to
stay
sleep. See you tomorrow.
Even in overtime, they dragged themselves across it all, but out at the very end of it, everything, it's all Charon. Such an incredible player playing inside of those smokes.